Hi guys, so this is the second video in my comparison for the Ordinary foundation. So today I am going to be comparing the Ordinary High Coverage foundation for you. So I just wanted to do a whole full face look for you. So I have started this video a little bit differently. I have already done my eyes, very subtle light, and my brows, so that I can focus on the face for you. So I'm going in with the same primer that I used for the serum foundation, just so that you can see how they sit with the same primer. It would be unfair of me to use a different primer against this one, and then if the wear wasn't as long, it would be pretty unfair. So I'm going back in with Max Factor Illuminating and Hydrating primer. As I said in the previous video, I really like this primer. I like to wear it on its own sometimes because it's just a gorgeous finish. Okay, so I am using exactly the same brush to apply the foundation as well. It's the Real Technique Expert face brush. It's fresh, it's clean, and I've just popped it on a dollop, one pump actually, on my palette here. And I'm just distributing it through the bristles, and I'm going to start from the inside of my face out like I did with the other one, and that's how I always start with my foundation, because I always need more coverage in the middle than I do on the outside. Okay, so I have just put another kind of half pump on my palette there, just to kind of go and even out where I have applied everything, particularly just around my forehead here. I've noticed I've been getting a little dry eczema patch here as well, so I'm treating that at the moment. So this might grab in that area, just any foundation does at the moment. Okay, so that is it initially down, and I'm going back in with the wet Real Technique sponge just to go over it like I did with the serum foundation as well. Again, like in the previous video, if you haven't watched it before, I always go in with a wet beauty sponge over my foundation just to take out any lines, any bristle marks, etc. Okay, so that is the initial layer down. So I just wanted to do a little close-up of my skin for you so that you could see that. I love this foundation. It's really buildable. Even though it's high coverage and it's thicker consistency to the serum one, it's still super lightweight. I feel literally like I've got a face cream on, barely anything at all. I do love it. You can layer it up, so you can go in and add a second layer if you want more coverage. It's entirely up to you, but I like just the one layer on, and I just love that little dewy finish that it gives. Even though it is a high coverage, it doesn't turn matte. It does oxidize a little bit during the day, so just make sure you are aware of that, but it doesn't, not to the extreme, I don't think anyway. But I love them both because they are so dewy and they are so lightweight. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is my bronzer. Again, the same bronzer that I used with the serum foundation, my Chanel Soleil Tan De Chanel. My favourite product probably in my makeup bag at the moment, particularly in the summer for holidays, etc. I'm just bronzing up my cheek or my contour area there, and you can bring this through the whole face. It's just a perfect cover for over the whole face as well. I just love it. Okay, so that is the bronze and contour down. So I'm going in with the same concealer again. You'll see consistency in this video. The Revolution Conceal and Fix Ultimate Coverage Concealer with Salicylic Acid. This is literally like my new favourite concealer at the moment. I have just fallen in love with it. I do absolutely love it. So picking up probably the same amount that I did last time. Just a dot on the inside of both eyes there, then a tiny little dot on either outer corner. And I just use the same finger just to blend that through. Okay, so that is the concealer down. I'm going in with my wet sponge just to take out any creases that may be under there. I'll take out any excess product that will cause any creasing. And then going in to bake my eyes. So what I'm using to bake my eyes today is the Beauty Bakery flour. This is actually a mini of this. I'm so glad I tried this out because this setting powder is unbelievable. It's the best I've tried, and I've tried a few. One that I do love is the Sephora setting powder, but unfortunately can't get it here in the UK, so I have to always get that when I go abroad. So I'm just picking some up that I've popped out on my palette, and I'm just going to brush that under my under eye. Okay, so this powder is actually really also good just to set any smile lines that you may get, or around the nose, any creasing. I just love this powder. It's really, really gorgeous. The full size is in my basket as we speak, so I cannot wait to get that. And obviously if you have any imperfections you can go and conceal them now. I'm not going to conceal any. I've got probably 1 or 2 on my chin here, but they're not really prominent for me, so it's not such a big deal. I am going to go in with blush now. Again, the same blush, my e.l.f. blush, one of my favourites. I need to replace it, as you can see how much I've hit pan. It's just like a little bit of a sparkly pink, just wakes me up a little bit. So now that that is blushed down, I'm going to go and do some highlight. This is literally my favourite step of my routine. I'm going in with a different highlighter just because I really have not been using it that much. It's the Ultra Rodeo Drive highlighter. It's a mini one as well. You may notice that there is a lot of minis in my collection because I like to try things first before I kind of go in with the big ones. And if they offer mini ones, it's really good for travel as well. So if you're only taking hand luggage or you're going away in the UK and you're not taking a lot. So I'm just going to do my highlighter now. Okay, so setting spray now. I'm going to use the same setting spray that I used for the other video. It's the Nip and Fab Party Proof. And I'm just going to go in with my mascara. My mascara today is going to be the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Mascara. I've spoken about this before as well. I really, really love this one. Okay, so there we have it. I'm just going to remove these clips from either side of my head. These are the Andrew Fitzsimons clips, by the way, from the Primark Beauty range that he does. I love that range. His spray, his styling spray, his volume spray, his hairspray. It's amazing. It's like £2.50 a can. Like these clips are so handy, as you can see. No kinking in the hair. So that is it. That is the final look for the high coverage, not concealer, high coverage foundation by The Ordinary. Okay, so that is both final looks done, you would have seen by now. So that is both the high coverage foundation and the serum foundation. It's really hard for me to choose which one I prefer more. The high coverage I've been using a lot longer, so I don't know if I like that a little bit more, just because I need to get used to the serum foundation. But these products are both amazing. They retail for £6, and they perform better than some of my foundations that I'm looking at now. Some of these little bottles you may recognize. I've got a very probably too old one of this little bottle here, but they perform better than some of my more expensive foundations, and that's why I love them. They're so affordable, and the coverage is great. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll link it below,